Happy Tuesday. Chilling on the corner in Winslow, Arizona. So I have a doctor's appointment about an hour and a half from now. Over here, about a mile away. And then I have an interview, funny enough, within another mile of that tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. So we'll probably be staying here again. It's a lot easier on gas than going back and forth to Mike and Cheyenne's. They're about 10 miles from here. And we can bring our refrigerator and stove with us. How convenient. Although I intend to look around a little bit because there's all kinds of government land out here we could park on. That might even be closer and a little bit further out of town anyway. I don't really like sleeping in town too much. As y'all know, we try to sleep out and about. Funny thing about Winslow is there's a lot of out and about around. But yeah, I got an interview 8 a.m. They wanted to see me today, but it just so happened she wanted to see me at 1, and my doctor's appointment is literally at 1 o'clock. I was like, fuck. I got to be in there early to check in and all that shit. First timer. What's up, Glenn? How you doing, bro? Hey, Lily. Hope y'all are having a good day. I don't know what this is going to entail today. Fuck, this is the first time I've walked into a doctor's office that isn't an emergency room doctor since I left the Navy. Um, I'm 56. I need to get some of these injuries of mine that keep bothering me assessed and see what my chances are on getting some SSI. Um, Other than that, though, I'm taking advantage of the minimum wage being about 16 bucks an hour and applying it everywhere. I got me an interview tomorrow. Hopefully, I'll land it. We'll see what happens. Um, I'm pretty encouraged because I know I can make an 8 o'clock appointment nice and spit shined. I'm carrying around my toiletries too. So I'm I'm ready. I, we'll see what happens. Anyway, go to the doctor today. Figured I'd control my bush. I ain't shaving though. Fuck, dude. I was gonna do a DoorDash with the land yacht and downloaded the program and shit, and then took a shot of my mug shot on my ID and realized, fuck, man, I had clean shaven. So now DoorDash fucking AI keeps telling me to fucking sit her up, look at the camera, and tell her to take off my glasses. I'm all like, oh fuck. Fuck you, fucking DoorDash. I'm not shaving my fucking mustache. I know doctors have opinions. It's okay. His opinions would probably be aligned with most other doctors. How exactly are you walking? Would you like some of my medications? Nah, I'm just looking for some therapy, maybe. Yeah, see, I'm going to tell him I'm pooping fine. I ain't got no blood coming from nowhere. I ain't here for that kind of checkup. I got physical limitations. Yeah, that's rough. Now, if he got a dozen roses, it's a chocolate. There's a bunch of trucks on one truck. He's getting off. What the exit? It was really overcast this morning, but the clouds seem to be dissipating really quick in a very distinct pattern. Just go poof, almost like a magnetic force. It's just forcing them apart. Frequencies causing ripples. So I don't know, man. I'm just looking around and looking at some fucking crazy shit. I don't even know what to think about this next month. My intentions, though, are to get myself a damn job over here. It's $16 an hour. So I could save up some fucking gas money and get my ass up there to fucking 420 in Casper. Anytime after that, I'm going to have to take off to South Carolina if there's still that going on. So I want to work my ass off up there too. 'Cause my daughter's getting out of prison. I want to let her get settled and shit before we go traipsing across the country. I think I might have time for it. I don't know. God, things are just rolling quick. That means I get to come by and fucking honk the horn at you at least, Glenn, at some point. You and Asandi and everybody south of here. I need to regroup. I ain't been able to work for 6 months. We've been living it on fucking just bare getting bys. I need to get some gas money up in here and work my ass off here. I got like 2 months for 420. So I'm all right. So if I this might be a full time job too. It might be better than minimum wage. I don't know. We'll find out. I ain't saying nothing about who it is because just what it is, what it is. I don't need no trouble at work, and this ain't somebody that just knows me. And I miss y'all too, Glenn. Yeah, I'll take what I can get. Fuck, $16 a damn hour, dude. Minimum wage. I'll push it, bro. 20. That's chilly. It is warm here. It's going to be in the 60s today. Well, it's not warm currently. It's getting there. It's still in the 40s right now. It gets cold at night, and the wind's going pretty good right now too. It's about 10 miles an hour, enough to put a fucking chill in your bone. But it's not minus 20 or anything. And that big disturbance is right there by you, anyways. You're gonna have some crazy winds. No, we're standing on the corner in Winslow again. We've been up on Second Mesa for about 4 months, and then came down here. Well, I guess it's been about 6 months since we got down here from Casper. Hey, Katniss, how you doing? I was expecting a couple of weeks, but I had no idea what depth of. Hang on, I'm being fucking wanting to play fetch with Master Kiff over here. I had no idea what depth diplomacy would take uh, with two different societies, two different languages, and describing 8 years of amazing discovery, cross referencing with amazing knowledge. And um, yeah, I just hadn't been able to work in a while, so I need to gas up, get, get some money in my pocket, and get me a job. Hoping for that. But definitely can't blow glass around here right at the moment. It's just too damn windy. Up there in Casper. The boss lady's fucking very excited that we're going to be there for 420. But that gives me roughly about 6 weeks and then 2 weeks of travel to get 800 miles. I could do that in a day and a night. But 6, 7 weeks to fucking get up some fucking travel money. So I'm looking like a motherfucker for a job. I know. But yeah, I was trying to do the fucking DoorDash and it didn't recognize me because I got fuzz on my face and I was clean shaven when I got my ID done. So I'm like, fuck, I'm not shaving. I got my shit in a braid. After the doctor, it's nice and well lit. And we'll see if I can't get it to fucking recognize me. Because, I mean, shit, man, I could deliver a pizza in goddamn the land job. Mike's aunt does it in a van. Makes about $1,000 a fucking week. I'm like, well, um, okay, let's do that. And shit, I can park in the parking lot and be on call 24 hours a day. Damn it. You call me old man. I don't care what kind of pronouns you use. Ain't gonna hurt my feelings. I'm more than likely to call you a ma'am or a sir according to my eye and my recognition of what you is. I don't know. I can't make up something that ain't true. It hurts. Nah, I think it'll be just fine. I'm old though. See, that's I'm hoping they're wanting somebody old and experienced instead. It looks like they are, so we'll see. I have an awful lot of qualifications for this particular line of work. Woof.
He doesn't have a kid. Female.
He's a blind dog. Where is it?
Back there.
Oh, it's back there, Donnie. It's back there. It's back there.
I can't tell you.
He's just a puppy.
I can't do nothing for him. Just don't.
Show him his thing, man. Help him out. There's something wrong with him. He might be. He might be slightly retarded too.
Dumbass. You sniffed it, dumbass.
He doesn't know what you're doing now because he's slightly slow. I may have to refill this lighter because it doesn't want to work.
I got your room.
Smoking my tobacco's. Sparky's fucking one. Mike's like they got a couple of different pipes, and he's always like, "Hey man, you're not even. Can I hit your pipe?" He really likes it. It is good for smoking tobacco. It's like fucking made perfect. It has no carburetor or anything. You can just puff on it. It cools the smoke. It's not as convenient as just popping one in your mouth either. You know, it's a fucking pipe. But I'm just smoking tobacco. I smoke a lot less. It's been a month on this. I still got munch in the bottom over here. Some in this bag, enough for today. But it looks like I might even put tobacco down at some point, as much as I've been smoking. Not doing too damn much, man. I used to smoke a lot of cigars. Angel's mom's got pneumonia. So I guess this last respiratory thing I've been fucking. He gave himself another rope yesterday. He thinks he's special. Chico's over here doing his usual ass. King of the fucking dashboard. Now she's in South Carolina. I didn't really have much to do with raising her, but kind of want to be there for her, my granddaughter. She needs us. I personally, I'm not in trouble. We're good, but we're in Winslow right now. We traveled 32,000 miles the last 2 years here live. We've been in Michigan. I've got a couple of videos there on my community page you can look at. We've been all over the damn place, man. Yeah, I'm kind of excited. I'm the guy that got her put in there. That's a story for you. Inadvertently, but she got put there for 12 years. Kidnapping, interstate, and grand theft, all kinds of stuff. I took her there to the doctor, and they decided to put her in prison. I thought she was insane, but which she was. They got her all better medicine now. Huh? Yeah, it was the toughest thing I've ever done, man. And she didn't listen to me. She went for a deal, a plea deal. If she'd have listened to me, she would have never spent a day in prison. She didn't belong there, and everybody agrees in the whole system at this point. But she's getting released here 2 months, less than 2 months now, about a month and a week, I guess, week and a half. On the first of he likes his new rope. On the first of April, I guess. I know she's going to take a little while to get settled in her programs and shit, and I don't want to be there until she's got her shit straightened out a little bit in the world. I have no doubts that she's going to be able to. She's doing well, a lot better than she was 12 fucking years ago. Yeah. At the time, I was advising Senator Davis out of North Carolina. That was many years ago. I stood down from that in 14. We've been around 309, 310, something like that, tribes. We've been around a lot of tribes in the United States this last couple of years. That's why we traveled up and down the nation. I stood down because of a plot to get us in civil unrest while Russia, China, and North Korea strike us. And the world cheers. Well, this is kind of what that looks like. If you've been wondering what's going on, I think it's been put into fast track. I warned what day we'd go into lockdown, which Trump signed us into lockdown that exact day because 2 weeks later there was going to be a deficiency in the grocery stores they couldn't explain without an excuse. I didn't say that the famine was going to start, but I'm going to tell you what, famine's going to inject itself this year. It's been getting worse and worse since that day that I pinpointed that Wendy's couldn't sell beef. Why couldn't they sell beef? Because of the excuse in place. They were sick. Across the nation, all the butchers got sick. Remember that? It was in all the news. I'm all like, fuck, that dude got a face shield. He dealing with dead cows, but my greeter at Walmart's doing great out there licking the fucking telephone pole up. Everybody believed it and ran into the store for fucking toilet paper. And I'm like, oh, fuck me in the ass. Next thing you know, you can't get chicken wings nowhere. Here we go. Now the grain died. And they had to humanitarianly kill off the fucking food stock. And it hasn't bounced back. This year was the worst year for farm and ag in all the last 4 years. Well, they had to call the herd. They have to feed them the GMO crops. And we were driving through thousands of miles this year and last year and the year before and hundreds of miles the year before of dead GMO crops across the hundreds of miles, not just a little bit of dead in the field, but the entire goddamn field falling dead at 2 foot, producing no goddamn corn. Farmers going out of business. So we started going across the country and letting people know about the time Donnie started pushing through substance uh, through safety measures and such. And I was warning about heart sacks and such, lost channels and such for doing so. Uh, hence my bitten tongue. But all that's time stamped. I was worried about that a long time before that began. Now, subsequently, doctors, in a totally separate article, were talking about hundreds of millions of Americans alone, just Americans with irreparable heart damage. Uh, Funny, you make an odd collared uh, pronouncement on fucking Facebook and you get the FBI knocking at your door. I was calling the FBI, warning them what was coming as you know, mRNA been used in the bovine industry as a test weapon for decades, and it comes to one end, it kills the herd. All that data is there. This is how they play the Trump card. I mean, he's married to Melina. Melina was introduced to him from fucking Jeffrey. Jeffrey's known her since she was 14. Uh, it's ugly about our first lady. I mean, no wonder she doesn't like the guy. That's all I got to say. He divorced Marla Maples in the 80s to marry her when she turned 18. You know that, right? I mean, I don't know if you're old enough to remember it. I'm 56. I remember these things. It's red and blue against us. I got to tell you, it doesn't matter who's who and what. It's 180 nations. Understand that our moon, um, it used to rise wax and set wax. Now it's rising like a little grin, rolls 180 degrees and sets like a little frown, or vice versa. It's hard to tell what day it is. We set the calendar itself to doing that month long process. And, um, both in one night is confusing, confounding. So we've had all that, except for the confounded moon. Nobody's looking, well, except for the 10,000 people here and thousands of people across the nation. But it's something in your fucking sky you can look at. Orion's rising on his back, setting on his face, and he's out of time, uh, like where he should be at this time of year. Um, these are things that all these preachers been running around reading in their book, talking about, uh, and we walk up to it. It's not just the natives we talk to. We talk to a lot of preachers, Hey, you noticed your moon? Yeah, yeah. As a matter of fact, you ever put it together with Isaiah 24:23? Not until just now. Well, we've always had war and famine and shit, but a man can't control the moon doing a goddamn cartwheel every night. You might want to start paying attention to your sky and go over to my community page and look for my videos I've posted over there, not somebody's news article that I commented on. Look for my videos on my community page. I've made it pretty easy for you to learn what you can do about this. I suggest you get over there and do it really, really fast. If I was you, I'd start with raw map. I mean, you're going to scroll down a few angry posts and you're going to come across raw mapped. I could have made billions, go save the world or go change the world um, because I give it to you freely. You're going to come across, I came to Turtle Island to fucking burn down hell. That's a good one. Um, Raw mapped. How to a star. That's a mandatory if you want to be a difference in this situation. Or how to a sun, maybe. How to a sun, how to a star. I forget how it is. But I've also got proof that we live on a ball, not a fucking frisbee. I kind of put an end to that goddamn debate. Hello, newbies. I guess, yep. Hi, newbie. I think your Schumann might be spiking. Well, good. I'm glad you've been looking then, because I mean, I realize, look, man, I've been called all kinds of names by people on social media, but we didn't get called crazy once talking to these natives or the preachers, because I mean, look, most preachers are my age or older, and they've watched that damn sky and they've noticed things and they've been in the game for a while talking about it. Well, now it's happening. They didn't even recognize it themselves. It's kind of funny, but I've had a good time the last 3 years being able to show people what I've found. And I basically walk up and show them live the same pictures in the same exact way, pretty much, that I do on Raw Mapped over there. And I've run into preachers with Chad up in Tennessee. His local preachers were, oh, yeah, well, I see a God in Egypt needing to be worshipped. And we went over it real quick. And I said, now, do you see the sun holding the planet? And he was like, yeah, with his eyes on his cheeks in about 5 minutes because he gave it the time to look. And he was like, oh shit, this guy's not fucking around. And everything he just said made so much sense. In his heart, he knew he was looking at the truth. And it took 5 minutes, 5 minutes to change that man's heart. And he had a good message to give his people next Sunday because I caught him after the sermon. I mean, how do you explain meekness to a person and inheriting earth when you don't understand it? And someone crazy standing there fucking showing you exactly what it means is pretty valuable when you've been confused yourself leading a fucking blind flock. And you can see it in their eyes. And that's been the drive. And I get those comments sometimes where, man, I was looking, and then all of a sudden you help piece this together. And you help, it's one reason I went on for 14 years now talking about the moon because the moon is literally a shadow on the moon of the moon. It's the moon's own shadow. You're looking at it in perspective to its own shadow. You can't roll the ball and make that shadow move. It's just, it's like if you laid a flashlight and then took your ball and make you a little working model with you and make that motherfucker and then act like the earth and spin. Man, you ain't never gonna make that shit flip until you bend over and touch your toes. We've been tilted on our axis. Even NASA admits finally, but they're blaming man. They're also saying that dam's going to slow down our fucking rotation. They're coming up with all kinds of excuses about why the things that we see uh, are what we're seeing. How you doing, Benjamin? Yeah, it makes you go, what the fuck? Did me? I'm just trying to share the excitement. I mean, not many things struck me that hard in life until the moment I realized our moon was actually doing a goddamn north to south hemisphere view thing in my sky from my porch, from my backyard, from yours every night. And it was the most significant thing I've to this day actually involving every human being on this planet that I've witnessed because we can't control that. Why isn't it full? Because of the angle you're looking at it at. You should take yourself a tennis ball. It's not hard. And a flashlight and take it around an object and look at it from that perspective. You'll understand exactly why. That's simple fifth grade physics. It's light and shadow on a ball. It's that difficult. So break it out. If you have questions, actually make the working model. Yeah, it's definitely not cow farts. Not even close. Now they want us to blame ourselves for everything. You see, harpsy doodles, all that doos, harpsy doodles, and harp and all that. CERN, they want you to be worried about CERN. Ain't none of that pertaining to you. These fucking 5G towers. Well, they are, but they're not for your cell phones, and they're not operating on 5G. That's a military frequency only. Now, are they installed by military installers? You fucking bet they are. Military contracted to install it. I wonder what's happening now with that shit because Trump's gutting the government. I was just sitting here watching this happen. I'm like, oh, geez, dude. The fucking FAA, the FDA, the fucking now the what was it? Fuck, just everything is just the nuclear people. I was like, oh god, this guy. Then all of a sudden, the same day, he's like, oops, wait a minute, maybe we should have these guys. I'm like, nah, just send them all home. Fucking nuts, man. It's so fucking banana republic. It's sad. You gotta laugh. What are you gonna do, man? People are out there cheering, "Go Elon, go Elon." I'm like, yeah. You have any idea what just happened? No. And there's a plane upside down in Toronto. Everybody survived. So I mean, like you can actually kind of fucking laugh wholeheartedly on that one. But there's a couple of people in critical condition, so we pray for them and hope they get through it. But holy mother of God, man, a fucking upside down plane with no wing. I was like, I ain't never in my life even thought. So anyway, it's getting better. The whole story. It's just somebody got to be writing this book. It's fucking off the hook, man. What the hell time is it? I gotta be over there. All right, we got about another 15 minutes. I'm gonna cut it. I gotta be getting over there. Oh, yeah. It's about time we're gonna have uh, plagues break out. I just told Seamus that this morning. Yeah, I think they'll be cheering all the way down the hole, Brenda. Well, the whole reason, look, a lot of people accuse me of being Democrat. I ain't neither one, but I was a Republican under Senator Jim Davis, top senatorial investigator out of North Carolina, several years. I'm the guy that authored the Davis Hemp Bill. Don't let the fucking fuzz fool you. That's just kind of like my beard. I stood down because of a plot to kill off three quarters of us because they know we live in a multiple sun system and they know our axis is tilted. They know the polar vortex is an indicator of a fucking another magnet on our ionosphere. They understand all of this. They understood it before I brought it forward to the legislator that I've been working with for fucking years. And it really sucked when I found out that they actually knew and offered me a bunker for Seamus and I. And proceeded to tell me exactly how you had to die to keep him safe in that bunker. Um, I haven't been guessing. I've just been doing what I would hope any human being would do. But I see the fact that, fuck, they're filling cities full of fucking people down there, obviously with golden tickets. Um, you might know somebody. I don't know what to say. Maybe not every human has humanity in their fucking heart or whatever. But I mean, things have changed since I stood down. I'll tell you that right now. Yeah, left wing and right wing, they work together. They work together to get each other reelected too, to make each other look good in their own districts. Like, oh, you can take a hit this time, and fucking, you need more constituents. And it's the president and vice president we have no voice in. We actually do have a bit of a voice in the rest of the elections, but they make sure that their buddies stay in power by making them look good to their constituents to a certain point. Although they always get their together agenda through. That's how it goes. They work on a fallacy system by keeping us divided. And lowering education standards doesn't hurt their endeavors either. Yeah, and a lot of that going on, Brenda. I said, the whole reason I stood down is because they want civil unrest here And I mean, I said it very specifically, they're going to crush themselves. They're going to dismantle their own system right out from under us. I've said that, time stamped, 1,000 times on my fucking Facebook page. I'm like, look, they're going to disassemble this fucking shit. They're going to crush their own system. It's not about power, control, money, any of that. They literally have one thing in mind. They want three-quarters of this population gone. If they don't reach that number, there's a good chance their fucking bunkers are going to get infiltrated. And that is literally the end game. And Trump was talking to somebody obscure. I don't remember who it was or whatever. I wasn't paying that much attention until the end of it, but I was on to something else because I've been just skipping back and forth. I'm like, holy shit. Anyway, he's talking about the end game and he needs this dude more than ever needed and shit. I think I posted the shit at some point. I was like, what the fuck? End game? Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Here comes the Trump card. And he knows what fucking time it is, for God's sake. He's the goddamn CEO of the DC part of the Crown Vatican DC Corporation. 180 nations get their money printed from the crown. Still, regardless of who you are, BRICS or not, I mean, the yen is still printed by the fucking UK central bank. In the conversation, they just handed over Hong Kong to fucking China not that long ago because they were over there fucking laying down the fucking law. There's 180 puppet presidents around the world that are all related in a fucking bloodline that are going to be like marching hand in hand. Putin ain't mad at nobody. Iran ain't no mad at nobody. North Korea ain't mad at nobody. They know there's some shit flying fixing to happen because ain't nobody been telling anybody the truth about what's going on with our atmosphere and the Schumann frequency and all that shit. And I see some people struggling with your Schumann, talking about, oh yeah, I've been getting that seasick dizzy and the earrings and look, um, there's one thing that I hold true. You're a magnet. Imagine you're Iswa. That's you, and you're all balled up. Well, that starts here. Relax until you can feel the pull. Give it a little push. Let it flow out. Breathe into earth. Calm the fuck down. Inhale from her. Like you're like she's a plant fart. Dude, it'll practice that. That's the best thing I can give you. It's better than a Schumann frequency resonator that's out of the battery. You gotta harmonize with Earth. Earth, 7.83 hertz, is her sentient thought pattern too. It's your alpha wave. Just reconnect with her. She's your mother, and it's just gonna happen. Have fun with that. It's some of the best time you'll ever have. Right there is a little magnet. Talk to mom, and you're gonna calm down. You're gonna lay back down, go back to sleep 3 o'clock in the fucking morning, or you're gonna sit down and relax for a minute. No matter what the fuck you're doing, if your Schumann's all spiking out, you might want to attend to that because that's not ascension happening. That's your biology talking about. You know, the frequencies are off, and you're a frequency being, and you're being affected by it. So reharmonize with the frequency that you are in, and you should be okay. I don't have bouts of that. Just breathe in and out and relax. Yeah, volcanic eruptions put off an awful lot more than fucking cow farts in your car. And the biggest extinction level event was because the plants died because we had too low CO2 in the atmosphere. The plants died at the base of the food chain, you know. So that, that most of the that was the worst die off on the planet. Um, what can I say? Had too many plant farts rolling around out there versus cow farts, and it didn't balance well. And we're right at those extinction levels. Let me tell you something. I don't think that's by coincidence. They want to see how fucking stupid people really are. Take take away the air, strangle the fucking plants, see what happens. We're going to shoot some more extra energy on them, make them go hollow while they're retarded, and fucking burn them down. Let's do that instead. Blame the cows. Brilliant. Now you got Greta Thornburn out there fucking making you feel bad about driving down the road. So bad you got to get a Prius that gets 30 miles to the gallon versus a car that gets 36 miles to the gallon all gas. Wait a minute. Just that alone. Just 6 mile difference make you go to a battery driven just because it gets 6 miles less a gallon. Now here's people's math on that. Yeah, but it's only half electric. But you're only getting 30 miles per gallon. The other car gets 36. Half electric makes it fucking, are you fucking kidding me? You're still only getting 30 miles per gallon. Can you do math? Miles per gallon, regardless of how the fuck you got there, you got 30 miles per that gallon of gasoline. That means your fucking shit was charging that battery. Fucking, you know what the battery does for the fucking environment? A lot more than a goddamn cow fart. And you're cutting it because you want to get 6 miles less because it's half electric. Okay? That's what the core curriculum does to our fucking population, man. That's that's what I mean when you take away the critical thought pattern from a fucking generation of unsuspecting juveniles. I saw that coming, and it resulted in the first unanimous decision in North Carolina's legislature history against the core curriculum, federally implemented core curriculum. And I got to look back, and I'll tell you, out of all the marijuana fights and all the hemp fight, all that shit, it's all the same thing. You know, why in the hell couldn't that have happened 49 more times? Just 49 more people fucking write a fucking articulate letter to the fucking legislation in the whole nation, okay? One in every state. That's all I'm asking. Why couldn't that have happened? Because we would have fucking not be sitting here having this goddamn conversation. I did my part. I can only do one state at a time. You have to actually reside there. I suppose I could go with a partial. Fuck, man, that gets all kind, and that's still only covered 250. Come on, y'all. Don't be afraid to speak out when you have an articulate alternative for the current train wreck. Well, I'm glad they're starting to see things differently. Brenda, I always tell people just be patient. They'll be the first ones knocking at your door, wanting more answers for the things that they see themselves. And it makes it worth it, doesn't it? It's like, okay, cool. All that effort. Yeah, well, I'm ex junkie. I've got collapsed veins and all that good shit from doing stupid shit. But I bounce back. You can bounce back. If I did it, you can do it. I gotta start up the land yacht and get ready to go to the doctor here, see how good I've been doing. Dun, dun, dun. Would you give me a clear view? Thank you, sir. Alright. I'm going over to the hospital. Let me see what time it is. Yeah, I'll cut the feed once we get there. I usually like taking y'all on the short cruises. Mike and Cheyenne drove me over here yesterday. They came to Walmart for something. Saw us over there. He was like, "Where's your doctor's appointment?" I told him. He was like, "Oh, it's over by the X, Y, and Z." I was like, "Okay, cool. Where's that?" I suppose I could find it. You know, it had a dot in the map. For some reason, I thought Carlos Jr. was over here. That's McDonald's. That's it. So I guess this church has bingo and a disco. Across the street there, it looks like a picnic area. Probably hang out in the daytime. Drive up in there. I don't see no signs for who even owns that shit. Looks like city property to me. There's my doctor's office off to the left. I'm gonna park over here, across the street from the hospital. At this dirt pile. I think we could drive off into the shit. We could probably spend the night here. But there's a little road that goes off into the desert just down the street here, under the bridge, by where I have a interview tomorrow morning. Like I said, it was real close. That's why we stayed in town tonight. Because I got a doctor's appointment today. Said I don't know what he's going to do today. It's my first visit with a doctor. It ain't an emergency room doctor since I quit the Navy.
Fuck,
How you doing, Thomas? Hey, Lily.
fuck Chico. It's what you are, Chico. Just fuck. Keep me fucking. Fuck Chico.
Well, my leg's doing better, but I want to have it looked at because it still hurts. I want to know what the hell's going on in there. You don't feel safe to drive? Well, don't drive, Thomas. Myself, I'm remaining sober so I can drive again as usual. I am fixing to go walk on in there. Love y'all. I'll let you know what happens. Keep those Schumanns calm.